Hello everybody, my name is Bruce Sherfield. I am a voice artist living in Paris, France, full-time, and I would like to share with you my signature voice demo. It's my birthday, so let's call this a gift from me to you. All right? It's going to cover mostly my voices that I get my jobs for, and of course it'll be used mostly for commercial and narration, and then all down the line a little bit. So, thank you for watching. Here we go. And I wrote these commercials and mixed them and made my own demos, which I love to do because I'm a writer at heart. So, let's go. Your growing business. That's your baby. You feed it, nurture it, and give it all the love you can. And like every proud parent, your baby is the most important thing in the world to you. But one day, your business gets a cough. What do? Ask the doctor. At D&G Consultants, we'll strive to find the right medicine, the right remedy to cure your precious business and make it vital once again. D&G, one step from perfection. Cool, let's check that off. Boom. That's basically my dad's voice. I grew up in the military, so that's the way I speak. I saw him speak like this. I heard him speak like this. I heard everybody speak like this. So that's more like the 30s, 40s voice that works very well. This will be the 20s millennial conversational voice. Let's go. All right. Does your smartphone smell like a Fartsmone?
Ugh.
All right. The joke was pretty bad, but what I'm trying to say is most people's handheld devices have more germs per square inch than their toilet. Yeah, you heard me, their toilet. So, if I were you, I would use Clean Screen from BioVera, a subsidiary of Samsung. They use 100% organic ingredients. Let's roll that. They use 100% organic ingredients, which 50% of the profits go to the Amazonian rainforest. So, before you swipe it on, wipe it off, because the last call that you want to make is to your doctor. Great. I'm going to keep that one, just like that. I messed up. That's fine. I'm memorizing these, right? Cool. Let's go. Now we go to a warm, reassuring voice, which is also friendly, neighborly, and, let's go to that doctor's voice, huh? Do you know the difference between making a living and living the good life? This or that? There is a subtle difference, and the difference is with us. At Darby Life Insurance, we care about you, your family, and your growing business. That's it. Nothing to say. That's a warm, reassuring tone, and you can go from there to something completely opposite than that. Let's go back to a millennial voice that's a little bit more confident, a little bit cocky, but in a good way, like you like him. You like the way that he struggled to come up. This is called Young Millionaire. I might mess it up because I'm trying to memorize it. Yo, I am young and I am rich and I am proud of it. When I dropped out of school, my parents totally freaked. But I bought them not one, but 2 swimming pools. Yeah, I may be a disappointment to some, but I don't really care. I made a plan, borrowed some money from my friends, and bet it all in one. Rags to riches, baby. I am a young millionaire. I like money, and money likes me. And I'm grateful now, and proud of myself. But even prouder that I drive a BMW. That's it. I think young kids can drive BMWs, so I wrote a commercial about a young guy driving a BMW. Hope you like it. Okay, Young Millionaire. Going straight to a funny voice, more funny and kind of a funny guy you want to be with. This is called Twist. I like chocolate, you like chocolate. You like caramel, I like caramel. You like that little crunch. I love that little crunch. But hold on, who switched our Twix? Which Twix is which? Now I'm really confused. Anyway, double the fun, twice the twist, twice the Twix. Yeah, there it is. That's just a funny voice. It's going to work well. Commercial, you write it, make it funny like a rap and stuff. And, I think that one works really well. I get a lot of jobs off of that voice. Great. And here's the voice that I get a lot of auditions after. It's like your buddy that you're drinking a beer with in the bar, if you're of age to do that. And it's your buddy. He's a dude. He's a bro. He's kind of the bro voice. It's called Diamonds. All right? Let's try. Oh no, you've got to be kidding me, dude. You're 20 minutes late, the dog has got to pee, you forgot her favorite tie, you didn't buy her flowers and the shop's about to close and you just cut yourself shaving. Oh, what an idiot. She's probably sitting all alone in her black silk dress, eating bread, swiping YouTube, and starving. But don't worry, my friend. She's got the ring you bought her on your wedding day. And that means everything to her. Everything. Diamonds. Always brilliant. Always your rock. When you can't be. Diamonds. Always your rock. When you can't be, baby. It's all about that. Always your rock. Are they expensive? That's another conversation. So we can go straight into that, and we use that exact same voice, and we're going to put a little bit of urban cinnamon on it. A little bit of urban cinnamon, which means just a little bit of street cred. You know, I get asked for a lot of that, you know. And, you know, I can do it, but I always try to be very subtle with it, and it sounds a lot like this. So it might be about hip-hop or something groovy or something soulful, and I just put a little bit on it, and it sounds like this. I can't memorize this, so I'm going to have this in my headphones. Ready? Here we go. This is called Hip-Hop in France. Hip-hop and breakdance first began in the streets in the 1970s, when dancers attracted passive audiences with their acrobatic moves. Referred to B-boys and B-girls, they proclaim the urban landscape, are using their positive energy to showcase their talents, competing in street battles and official contests. Did I make like 100 mistakes in there? I'm gonna do it again. Let's do it again and turn the volume down. I didn't hear what I said at all. Let's go. Hip-hop and breakdance first began in the streets in the 1970s, when dancers attracted passing audiences with their acrobatic moves. Referred to as B-boys and B-girls, they proclaim the landscape and are using their positive energy to showcase their talents, competing in street battles and official contests. Is that better? Cool. All right, same thing, a little bit of urban cinnamon in there. I'll probably cut out the first one, but I made a couple of mistakes. That's fine. Let's move on. Hip-hop, which has a little bit of groove, a little bit of stuff in there because, you know, I just try to use my accent. I try to be close to the mic, and it comes from my poetry background, and I just believe that you can tell your story really, really easily with a little bit of nuance and have it resonate here. And if it resonates here, it usually resonates out there. So that's what I do. Okay, sometimes it's there. Let's go into that groovy thing, and we're gonna go right into a poem that I wrote, and it's called SaltWater. What I thought was my manhood leaked out into the sea, where I thought sailors would go. A cruel trick of light. We are born wet near the bottom of our lives, and sunlight slaps the sea's surface, and we breathe that first time. A cry, a scream, and a settling gurgle. On dry land, my mother and father gave me a title on colorless parchment. Nourished on muscle, I began to build muscle and language, and smaller fins, gills, and scales. Then one day, I was a man. My brain was large, my combed hair dry. That's part of a poem called SaltWater. That one gets used for a lot of video games when they want something articulate like a priest or something that's neutral and you don't know where he's from and he's kind of articulate or kind of menacing. I can do that for evil guys a lot too. So that voice is used a lot too. Or straight poetry, of course, or something like that. All right. Then we'll go into Tiger Narration, one of my favorites. Are we back? Here we are. Let's go into narration, journalism, some kind of thing where it's narration or something, a character that's doing a lot of narration. I get a lot of activity out of this one as well. It's called Tiger. The routine of wading through the river continued for 3 more days. The porters complained about the pain at every opportunity. scowling at me as if I murdered their families in the middle of the night. Middle of the night. So great was their anger, the Swedes suggested I sleep with a machete under the knot of clothes I use as a pillow. Let's do it again. The routine of wading through the river continued for 3 more days. The porters complained about the pain at every opportunity, scowling at me as if I murdered their families in the middle of the night. So great was their anger, the Swedes suggested I sleep with a machete under the knot of clothes that I use for a pillow. There I go. I'll pick either one, but that basically, I get a lot of voices off that. Maybe not so journalistic, but in some way, this kind of thing where you're just trying to tell something in facts, and I do that for scientific narration as well. Great. And we will jump right into a more narration voice that has a little bit more emotion in it, but this is what I use a lot. This is from something that I wrote. The envelope, fresh from off of the... I've already messed it up. Let me try again. The envelope, fresh off of the departing airship, smelled faintly like freedom. Of the outdoors and open spaces, mauve skies and racing clouds. Of psychomagnetic runoff from the past week's atmospheric disturbances. It had a weight and tooth to it, like goose flesh, ecru in color, understated yet elegant. In the upper left-hand corner, front side, were the embossed initials SG in a royal blue. On the back, a simple red wax seal, unbroken. None of this made me want to open it, except for the faint hope, the faintest of hopes, that it carried, to once again see my daughter's face. I do a lot of audiobooks and things like that and storytelling like that, and that is my audiobook. Audiobook narration or documentaries. I do a lot of documentaries like that as well. So, thank you for sticking with me. I'm trying to go as fast as possible and not make it too long. All right, this will be the Full House, a little bit more millennial again, but even younger. It could be even like 18, or it could be a character like this. Here we go. Wow, I got a confession to make. Never in my wildest dreams did I think when I went off to college that I'd miss my parents and my crazy sister so much. But I did. A lot. So when my dad got me Full House, the family chat app for my smartphone, I was like, cool, now I can watch my parents cry over the phone. Great. But that's exactly what I did want to see. There it is. A little bit younger, but that one works a lot. You just kind of crazy, flippy, zany little character, but it's also really teenager as well, and it works really well. So, there we are. And for my last but not least voice, I will do my Led Zeppelin voice for a guy who's more of maybe a hipster or a sound engineer who's talking in this way, and I've actually used this voice for explainer videos. Not so much, but it's funny voice. Thank you. Here we go. When I listened to the recording overall, I thought the texture of the sound was adequate. There was no buzz or deep bass rumble that you can get sometimes in a space with this type of shape. Usually I'd recommend a diamond shape to break up the frequencies, and I'd put the mic at about 6 inches from the unit. I mean, most of Led Zeppelin's studio work, especially with the drums and guitars, Jimmy Page, he mic'd it like that. So the ambient quality of the room was integrated into the grain of the sound? Or maybe the grain of the sound was integrated into the ambient quality of the room? I'm not really sure what I'm talking about, so I kind of go up at the end. There you go. There are my voices, plus my own voice here. Hopefully you like it. I don't know what I'm looking at here, but those are my signature sounds that I use to get my voice work. And if you like anything you hear, I got more. But those are my signature sounds, and I hope you like them. I enjoyed making the video. It's about 15 minutes. I'll try to cut it down to be as succinct as possible. Because we like that thing. So does my grandmother. She loves that thing too. And I just especially love her lemon meringue pie. I can't make it like that, but I would really like to. Some bitch, I'd love to do that shit. I'd love to do it too. That's Nashville Kirby, man. Nashville Kirby sound like this too, man. He coming around, man. He don't understand about the same thing they want to do, man. They could do that thing okay. Okay. And of course we have Butch Zamboni, who sounds the most like a DJ. He is an animation character that I just love. He is like that with a lot of Wagon Captain Kirk and Casey Kasem and a lot of other things inside. Love it too. Thank you all. This is Bruce, Shhh, signing off. I guess we'll see each other again.